what's up you guys, this is Rob from The Gay Guy Plays, and today on The Snapshot, you'll teach them that it's a bad idea to turn their backs to you when we take a look at Nekros' Creeping Terrify. Now, you can pick up Creeping Terrify for 25,000 standing once you reach rank 5 with either Red Veil or the Parent sequence. Okay, so before we begin, let's take a look at Terrify's mechanics. As many of us already know, at max rank it reduces enemy armor by 20% and fears up to 20 units in a 15-meter range, rendering them unable to attack as they flee from you for 25 seconds. Note that while of course this is affected by power range and duration, power strength actually increases the armor redux as well as the amount of enemies that will be running for the hills. But now you won't have to run too far to gun them down. This Syndicate modifier causes all terrified enemies to be slowed by 60%, which is also affected by power strength. Now, from playtesting, along with some DE staff confirmation, the slow percentage does cap out at 80%, which is pretty fucking fantastic. Now, as for the build, aside from the standard survivability and efficiency mods, we've got a fairly balanced focus on power strength, range, and duration. With this setup, you'll be sitting at a 78% slow for up to 26 enemies in a 24-meter range. I didn't go any heavier into power strength as the only bonus would be a 2% slow and a larger amount of enemies affected, which, to be honest with you, 26 enemies in a 24-meter radius around you isn't something that occurs in normal gameplay, so modding specifically for that rationale is a bit wonky. In addition, extra power strength does shave off a little more armor, but be aware that although the effect does stack, even with a corrosive projection and 299% power strength, it will take 9 casts in order to completely strip armor off of a level 20 heavy gunner. But you know what? You do you. Now, there is another option to run this as a hybrid Desecrate build, which would mean eliminating redirection and substituting it for primed flow. I'm personally going to play around with it a little bit more, but it does seem to be a viable option. As for tips and tricks, to be honest with you, this one is pretty straightforward. The only thing that I can really point out to you is the fact that Terrify doesn't have the greatest base radius. So instead of spamming this ability when you take a hit, try to be aware of enemy positioning so that you're not wasting the energy and animation time on something that won't be affected by it in the first place. Because what's the point in having them turn tail if you aren't close enough to touch their bottom in the first place? So thank you all for watching another quickie. Stay tuned for more Syndicate snapshots here at A Gay Guy Plays.